Well, Barry Michael, how do you see the fight going? I know that you expect Doo to put up a very strong performance.
Well, Ronald Doo's a very short, nuggety, tough southpaw. I've known Ronald for many years. He can make a real good fighter. It's a big break for Ronald Doo. I'm a big fan of Troy Waters, as I always have been. I said to Troy before the fight, if you don't nail him early, if you let it go beyond 4 rounds, you're going to be in for a tough fight, because Ronald always comes to fight. And that right hand is the one that could possibly do it for Troy Waters.
And that left. Doo already exhibiting the ability to get in close and throw punches, but Waters happy to stand at a distance and pick him off.
I want to see Troy use his legs more. That's what I think he's been lacking in his last couple of fights. He's tended to just walk up and try and overpower his opponents. Cover up as he's doing now. Good work there by Ronald Doo.
Waters admits quite openly that psychologically he wasn't ready for that title fight against Rossi.
Well, let's hope that psychologically he's right for this one, Ray, because let's hope he hasn't underestimated Ronald Doo, because Ronald always comes to fight. One of the world-rated kickboxers and a very tough boy indeed.
I think we're going to have to see a better performance from Troy here today than we saw at Jupiter's last year against Judas Clotty too. That was a victory, but that's all it was.
A totally different type of opponent too. We've got a nuggety southpaw here who walks up and lets him go. Against Clotty, we had a guy that was there to survive, and Troy didn't look his best. If Troy's going to get back to the top, he should look good against Ronald Doo. But I think that, as I said, if he doesn't nail Ronald early, he's in for a tough afternoon of boxing.
Good left by Waters.
Doo fired back with the left well.
Doo able to get in close and throw plenty of leather.
Ronald Doo landing well to the body in this first round. Troy's very solid defense, taking a lot of those punches on the elbows, but the work rate is also what counts.
Flurry of punches by Doo, but very few of them actually landed on the target.
Hey, now watch your head, Sam. Watch your head.
All taken on the upper part of the arms.
Troy's right cross is his very damaging blow, and that's what you can hit a southpaw with. He should shoot that right hand straight down the middle when Ronald comes in, and as Ronald leads with his own right.
Oh, big left hand by Doo. That connected on the side of the head. Plenty of power in those punches as the bell ends round number 1. Very busy round by the challenger for the Commonwealth title.
Well, you would have to give that round to Ronald Doo on sheer work rate. He landed with some good counters there. The body punching. Here we are on the replay, action replay. Good body punching here from Ronald Doo in the first round.
Sorry.
Good left hand there from Ronald Doo. Troy's defense proving very tight, though, in the first round. I think Troy just having a look at him there, Ray.
Yes, he's probably aware of the fact that Doo was going to come out with plenty of fire and brimstone, and he'll probably just hang in there and let him go off the boil, maybe.
I'll tell you what, though, let's hope he doesn't wait too long for him to go off the boil, because he's in superb condition, Ronald Doo.
So it's seconds out. We're coming to you live on the wide world of sports.
What's wrong with this?
The Seagulls Club at Tweed Head, the Stardust Room. And the start of the second round, very much like the start of the first, with Doo coming out very busy. Left and right combinations. Waters taking them on the arms, the greater part of them.
I'll tell you what, Ronald Doo is showing Troy Waters no respect whatsoever. He is getting through with some of those punches and is landing by far the more scoring punches in the first round and the start of this second round. Good body punching there from Ronald Doo.
Waters was lucky that he ducked then. A big left from Doo. Had it found the mark, would have shaken him up.
I know for a fact, Ray, that Ronald Doo can fight this sort of fight for 12 rounds because he's always fit. He only fought a month ago. Troy can't let him dictate like this. He's got to do more. He's got to open up.
Well, if he's going to keep coming on like this, how the hell's Waters going to win the fight?
Well, mate, Troy Waters has got to hurt the guy.
Waters back on the ropes, having to fight his way out of it.
At at the moment, Troy being out-punched, being outgunned by a very fit and determined Ronald Doo. Ronald Doo throwing caution to the wind with both hands.
Step back when I say break.
Doo realises this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
Waters almost sees an opportunity there. Doo left himself open. I get the opinion that that's where Waters, although he's warned him for the head. Ronald Doo warned for the headbutt.
That's one thing about Ronald, mate. He fights with everything he's got. His head, his elbows, and his hands.
Of course, the Waters camp, they probably fueled the situation here. As I told you, just after 1 o'clock, they asked a steroid test be done on Ronald Doo, and that camp didn't cop it all that well.
Yeah, well, I can understand him being upset about the steroid thing, because after the fight you take a urine test anyway, and if anything comes out, you know, it'll show up in that. That's the punch that Troy Waters has got to use. That straight right to the face of Ronald Doo as he comes in. Lunge with it that time, Troy Waters.
No, hold on. Stop holding.
Ronald Doo confident in this second round.
Good right-left combination by Doo. He holds the Australian title. Waters holds the Commonwealth title, so we have thus the name, the Battle of the Champions. Both titles on the line.
Another good round for Ronald Doo this second round. Troy's got to open up and do more. He's being out-punched 2 and 3 to 1 here.
There's the bell ending round 2. And waiting for the resumption. And, of course, the start of round 3. And here's where Waters was trapped on the ropes, and he actually had to fight his way out of it. He took a couple of punches in doing so. But a very busy challenger for the Commonwealth title you're seeing after 2 rounds, Ronald Doo.
Round 3.
Third round.
Ray, Troy Waters has got to make, he's got to command some respect here. The first 2 rounds, he hasn't commanded any respect from Ronald whatsoever. Ronald started the first round very confidently and continued the pace in the second. Troy Waters has got to do something here in the third.
Good evasion work there by Waters.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Waters able to pick him off with the left lead.
Troy's perhaps still trying to work out the southpaw stance, but he shouldn't wait too long. He can't afford to give away too many rounds. A good jab there by Troy Waters. Oh, nice right hand from Ronald Doo.
Don't hold, keep it clean. Don't hold.
Ronald Doo, the southpaw, leads with the right hand. His power punch should be his left hand.
How difficult is it for an orthodox fighter like Waters when he comes up against a southpaw?
Well, I asked Troy before I spoke to him in the dressing room, Ray, and he said that he doesn't mind boxing southpaws. But, you know, for most orthodox fighters, they're a bit of a nightmare.
Oh, good punch by Doo. Came over the top.
And at the moment, I reckon Troy Waters might be having some nightmares because he's being outsmarted at the moment by Ronald Doo.
Very heavy body punching.
Watch your head, watch your head.
By the man in the black shorts, Doo. Comes from Brisbane. Jimmy Young, his trainer.
It's always very hard when you've got a shorter opponent like Doo because you're punching down. It's very hard to get your timing correct.
Here he comes again.
Ronald's won his last 16 fights, Ray, and he has been underrated. You know, I realised before this fight that it was going to be a tough fight for Troy, and it is shaping up that way.
Get down on us. He's falling into the plan. He's going to go to sleep.
Ronald making Troy miss quite well too. He's keeping his hands up well and slipping punches quite well.
Left hand by Waters. Doo comes after him again. Combination left, right. And again, Waters on the ropes again. Has to fight his way out of it.
Ronald Doo had to go at the referee then about something. I wasn't sure what it was about, but he did say something to the referee there as they broke away. Troy not looking too happy to me. I think he might be realising that it's going to be a tough night for him.
Okay.
I had the pleasure of sparring Troy Waters on the beach before Christmas, before last Christmas, and I told him, as we hear the bell, for round 3.
Best duel. Donegal missed in a good spot on the inside when they get going, followed by Mark's Gain, Point to the Stars. Further back, Ben's Ruin a bit deep in the run to the first turn, and then So Heroic a long way back, Hummel. Mac Hager second last, and Rough Rowers last after that slow start. They're going hard up front, and Flushing is the leader by more than a length to Bay of Hope on the outside of Prince of Power. A length and a half, Crusade King on the inside of Mink Jacket, followed by Ivory and Ice, Mark's Gain. At the head of the others, Ben's Ruin on the outside of Donegal Mist, followed by Best Duel out deep, Hummel. A gap in the field then to Point to the Stars, followed by So Heroic. Mac Haggis well back with Red Fluke, and Rough Rowers last as they come to the 600 metres mark, and Flushing is the leader. Bay of Hope second on the outside, followed by Prince of Power. Mink Jacket in a good spot, and then Crusade King. A gap to Mark's Gain, Ivory and Ice, followed by Hummel. Next is Best Duel, and then Donegal Mist, who's hemmed up for a run as they turn for home. Into the straight, and the leader Flushing, clear of Bay of Hope, Prince of Power. Then Mink Jacket, followed by Crusade King and Mark's Gain, Ivory and Ice, and Donegal Mist. Over the rise, and Bay of Hope hit the lead from Prince of Power. Mink Jacket coming after it, followed by Mark's Gain. At the 200, Bay of Hope, Flat Chat just in front. Prince of Power kicking again. Mink Jacket and Mark's Gain on the outside. Ivory and Ice is now diving through in the middle. It'll win. Ivory and Ice is coming home far the better, and Ivory and Ice got up to beat Bay of Hope. Mark's Gain third. Fourth, Mink Jacket, followed by Red Fluke, Mac Haggis. Close up behind them, Prince of Power, Crusade King, and then Donegal Mist and So Heroic. A gap in the field to Hummel, and further back Point to the Stars, Best Duel. Well back Rough Row, and the last couple of Ben's Ruin and Flushing.
Okay, John, thank you. We're in the final stages of round 4 here at Seagulls, and Ronald Doo is really serving it up to Troy Waters. Keen judges seem to think that Doo won the first 3 rounds and is doing likewise in round 4. He's got Waters very confused, and he's throwing plenty of leather, the little fellow in the black trunks. Waters again on the ropes as we draw to the conclusion of round number 4. Waters must be saying to himself now, how the hell am I going to counter this man?
He's trying to change his tactics this round, Ray. He's trying to move and box, but it's not really being that successful, because Ronald's still making him miss and landing counter punches well.
Good left by Waters over the top. Doo comes back underneath and gets an uppercut off. Oh, good punch by Waters. That's done, Doo. That rocked him about a bit.
That's the one that he's got to land, that right hand. Troy's using the ring a lot better this round. Starting to move around more rather than just stay there and let the punches land on his elbows.
Waters making Doo miss as the bell rang. That's the end of round 4. But he seemed to relax and not carry on with it. Here's a combination by Doo, and we've seen plenty of them. The left was a good scoring punch. Seconds out. And round 5.
Okay, Troy Waters really got to do something here. He's definitely behind on points. That 4th round, he moved around a little bit more and landed with a good right hand. But he's got to do more of it, because Ronald Doo, as you said, Ray, possibly on his way to an upset. We would have to say that Troy Waters has got the bigger punch, because he's knocked out world-rated opponents. But at the moment, Ronald Doo letting him have it with both barrels. Oh, clashed the heads there. The referee, Denzel Creed, a very good referee, picked that up immediately.
Now they stand in centre ring. A big left by Doo. Waters makes him miss with the next one.
on, Troy. He's getting tired now. He's getting tired, Troy.
Yeah, there's the right hand from Troy Waters. Seth Waters in the corner, then the right hand again. It looks as though Troy Waters is starting to get his timing raised.
Good punching by Waters. The right hand.
He's landed 4 right hands in a row.
I get the feeling, though, Barry, this little fellow is not going to give up easily, even if Waters gets his timing together.
That's for sure, mate. He's come here, he realises it's a big opportunity for him.
This is a much better round for Troy Waters.
That right hand again. Ronald Doo fires back with both hands.
He's only a 6th round. Come on.
Seth Waters yelling out he's only a 6th round boy, and I think he's right there. Good left hand from Ronald Doo. Seth's calling to Troy that Doo's tiring, but I don't think that'll be right. But Troy is definitely getting on target better this round. Good punching again by Ronald Doo.
Even the punches that are being taken on the upper arms, they're really hurting because they're coming through with such power. They mightn't be scoring on the judges' point scores, but they are hurting Waters.
That left hook to the side's a good scoring punch from Doo, and he's landed that quite a bit.
Another right by Waters. He scored freely with the right in this round. It has been a better round for Troy Waters.
Tell you what, Troy's definitely a slow starter. He's incredible stamina and strength. Possibly we'll see him through in the later rounds, but at the moment he's having a hell of a tough fight with Ronald Doo.
That was a good punch by Waters as he countered his way out of trouble. The crowd loving it at the Seagulls. Plenty of leather being thrown. Round here at the Stardust Room at Tweed Heads at the Seagulls. The bell rang. They were above us. The bell's gone, and Doo let one go.
Blatant punch by Ronald Doo, and Troy Waters rightly fired back. That was a blatant after bell punch by Ronald Doo.
Both trainers in the ring, and they were exchanging words. Referee Denzel Creed issued a warning to both.
Let's see if that'll fire Troy Waters up. I tell you what, he started to put them together a bit in that round. Let's see if he can continue here.
He's taking plenty of punishment. Doo has started this round like a firecracker.
Oh, boy.
Lefts and rights and lefts and rights.
And the crowd loves it.
Troy Waters, defending Commonwealth Junior Middleweight Champion, appearing in trouble here. Can he fight his way out of it?
I'll tell you what, he's copping some punishment to those kidneys.
We're almost halfway through the fight.
Oh, big right hook from Ronald Doo. Troy's got to do more. He's just not commanding enough respect from Ronald Doo. At this stage on my scorecard, Ronald Doo well in front.
Again, we see over in the neutral corner, Waters on the ropes, and Doo prepared to stand back and throw plenty of punches. They mightn't be the most classical of punches, but the intensity of them and the frequency of them is very high.
Nice little right from Troy Waters. He tries again. The trouble with Troy is Ray's throwing one punch, 2 punches at a time, whereas Ronald Doo's throwing combinations. One at a time, Troy Waters. He's got to string them together.
A couple of good left jabs there by Waters. A lot of the punches from Doo are being taken on the arms. I say that and say it again. A lot of them are getting through.
Fighting a very, very good fight at this stage of this Commonwealth title fight is Ronald Doo. You'd have to say that he's on his way to a very, very huge upset. Oh, nice left hand by Ronald Doo. Oh, he hurt Troy then, I'm sure.
Waters buckled there for a stride. He was really hurt.
Break. Step back.
This bombardment down low around the kidney area.
Oh.
Don't hold.
Seth Waters singing out in the previous round that he's only a 6th round boy. For Troy's sake, I hope he is.
Well, mate, I couldn't agree with that actually from Seth, because Ronald always comes to fight.
Oh, good punch by Doo.
Good left
Waters
hand.
came back.
Ronald Doo winning this fight very well at the moment.
Troy Waters in trouble, right above us, taking heaps of punishment. Now he tries to fight his way out of it.
At no stage yet have I seen Ronald Doo shaken. And I'll tell you what, at this stage, if we keep going like this, Ronald Doo's got to win the fight. We know Troy Waters has got a fantastic right hand. He can pull this fight out of the fire, but he's got to do it soon.
There's the bell. We're halfway. That's the end of round 6. As he came back rather feebly off the ropes. As we go into round 7, Doo has won his last 16 fights on the trot. He's had 53 in total, only been beaten 9 times.
I'm just wondering whether they've underestimated Ronald Doo, because, you know, I said before the fight that it was going to be a tough fight for Troy Waters, and it's certainly shaping up that way with Ronald Doo well ahead on points on my scorecard. Troy looked across to me at the start of that 7th round, and I didn't know what to say to him. I just you know, raised my eyebrows. He's in for a hell of a tough afternoon, that's for sure.
Oh, good punches there by Doo. All of them finding the mark. And again, he makes Waters miss badly.
Troy's still punching one at a time. He's not stringing punches together.
Oh, that right caught him on the cheekbone.
Caught him on the eye. Top of the cheekbone in the eye.
His eyes are already puffed up. The left got through, the right got through.
Even when you catch the punch on the gloves like that, Ray, they still hurt. It's like being hit with a baseball bat.
Waters is very groggy. Those punches from Doo when he had him on the ropes, they hurt. Waters got an uppercut in.
Troy's not looking good to me at all. He's waiting for that one punch, and it may never come. Ronald working away busily to body and head.
Who goes after Waters? Waters tries to fight back. The little bloke, when he launches an attack, both feet leave the canvas. He lets every part of his body go into the punch. Couple of good jabs there by Troy Waters.
Troy's got the punching power to turn this fight around, but he hasn't shown it yet, but I know that he's got it. At the moment, it's all Ronald Doo.
Well, for the greater part of the fight, Barry, he's been on the defensive. He can't really think about attack.
He sure has, mate. Ronald just pressured and pressured and pressured more. The body punching of Ronald Doo has been particularly impressive. Oh, using the head in there, Ronald Doo. He's a real pro. He knows the pro game, that's for sure. Big chance for Ronald Doo, and he's seizing it with both hands. If he wins this, it's going to put him right up in the world ratings, and it's going to take a lot of people, make a lot of people notice.
Oh, that left hand by Doo, that buckled Waters. Waters got a shot off in reply.
Big
but the left down low, that really hurt. Waters is taking heaps of punishment. Doo goes after him, takes him back to Waters' corner.
There's the right hand, but it missed.
It's a look of confusion on the face of the defending champ.
I'll tell you what, he's letting this fight slip away.
There's the bell, the end of round 7.
Last round, Ronald Doo, looking at him in the corner, Ray, he wouldn't have blown a candle out. He's seizing this opportunity with both hands, and after this afternoon, I'm sure the boxing world is going to take a lot of notice of Ronald Doo.
Take his legs away, Ron, to the body. Round that side, round the side. Out the side, Ron.
Watch your heads now. Watch those heads.
Troy's stuck in that stance of his with both hands held high. Being out-punched 3-1 at the moment by Ronald Doo.
Round the side, Ron. Right to the side.
Now Doo goes with a couple of round arm lefts and rights. They come in at the side of the body, and they too are taking their toll on Troy Waters.
I don't know, Ray. The obvious lack of combination punching from Waters. I don't know what it is with him. He's just not stringing his punches together. He's punching one at a time, and Ronald Doo fires back with 5 and 6 at every opportunity.
The left got him on the chin. The right came across on the jaw. Waters made the miss. And again, he's made the miss. Doo, much shorter, and Waters is quite uncomfortable against him. He can't get down. He can't get down and find him. That's when he gets a chance to attack.
Very hard to hit an opponent that's lower than you, which is the tactic that, I mean, Ronald's shorter anyway, but he's crouching as he's coming in, and the majority of Troy's blows are going over the top of his head or landing on the shoulders. Troy's big chance is to get on target with his right hand. That's where his power is. And to follow up with the rip and hook. He hasn't thrown a single left rip in this fight, Troy Waters. Ronald Doo swings the head around dangerously in close. He's renowned for it.
Tries to shoot off a right uppercut. Then he misses with left and right. Doo goes after him. Waters fights back. Waters comes back.
Troy Waters had Ronald Doo shaken briefly there. Left hand and right hand follow up. He showed there that he can hurt Ronald Doo. Good punching again by Ronald Doo.
So the crowd, roaring encouragement for Doo.
I'll tell you what, Troy showed then that he can shake him. Well, if he gets on target, I know that he can hurt Ronald. Up to this stage of the fight, he hasn't been landing cleanly, Troy Waters. And Ronald Doo is well ahead on points. Misses with the right hand as we hear the bell.
There by Waters in replay.
Yeah.
And a left. They were the two best punches he threw in that particular round. A very concerned corner over there. Cess Waters talking to his son Troy.
Round 9, Ray, and we've got Ronald Doo well in front, but is he starting to tire? He was hurt in that last round. Troy Waters started to get on target a little bit. We've got to remember that Troy's got that fantastic stamina and that good punch, great punching power to pull the fight out of the fire. But at this stage, Ronald Doo definitely well ahead on points.
So Doo has opened round 9.
Oh!
Working down below.
It's like Troy Waters is starting to remember what it's all about. He's got Ronald Doo hurt.
That was a tremendous right hand by Waters.
Ronald Doo is hurt.
And another good punch by Waters.
He's got him. Where has Troy Waters been up until this round? He's got Ronald Doo hurt. And again.
Waters goes after Doo. Doo's been wheeling and dealing for 9 rounds, but Waters is right on top of him in this round.
Doo's legs are gone. His legs are gone. All of a sudden, he's just run out of gas, and Troy Waters is on target.
Oh, great punching by Waters. Doo's in trouble. Waters, he's got him down. He's down. Troy Waters. He's come back from what seemed an obvious that he's won it. The fight's over. Troy Waters has come back from the brink of defeat.
As I said, mate, he always had that punching power there. But where did he leave it for the previous 8 rounds?
Sensational comeback by Troy Waters.
Ray, that 8th round, he definitely shook Ronald Doo, and it must have taken something out of him to come back like that and finish off Ronald Doo in the 9th round. What a sensational comeback.
Well, an embracement there from Troy Waters on the little man that had been absolutely pummeling him for 9 rounds. And then Waters, with a freakish round, has taken the lid off his own coffin and come back with a tremendous flurry of punches that eventually put Ronald Doo on the canvas, with referee Denzel Creed stopping the fight. Doo, he probably knew he had it on points if he lasted the distance. This is just what he didn't need.
Perhaps he punched himself out, Ray. He threw so much leather in each round, he just was exhausted. That 8th round, he was definitely hurt. And the start of the 9th, he just went to pieces.
So Troy Waters retains the Commonwealth junior middleweight title, and in so doing takes now the Australian junior middleweight title from Ronald Doo. Let's go to Ian Goff for the official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official announcement in 1 minute, 27 seconds of round 9, retaining his Commonwealth title by a knockout. The winner, Troy Waters. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget a gallant and game performance by certainly a great challenger, Ronald Doo.
We'll take a break and then I'll go up into the ring and hopefully talk to that young man from the central coast of New South Wales, Troy Waters. Here's a break.
Hello, gentlemen, how are you today? Hey, you know the Venus got my name on him. Well, everyone's got his name on him. Look, this Mexican event, he's got our name on him. And over there's Karen.
Stardust room where we've seen a sensational comeback by the defending champion, Troy Waters. 1 minute 49 seconds into round 9. Just when it looked like he might have been the loser and Ronald Doo the winner, he's come back and delivered some tremendous punches. Did you think you might be gone yourself?
Well, Ray, no, I didn't think I was gone. I believed I was behind on points. You know, Ronald was very awkward. I couldn't get going earlier. The legs were all weighing a bit heavy, you know, but you know, I proved that I'm the best fighter in the Commonwealth by coming back tonight. You know, defend it for the 4th time. Take nothing away from Ronald Doo. He's a very tough and game opponent, and mate, you know, I'm sure that if he carries on, he's got a lot of good fights left in him. Well, you're always on the defensive because he just kept coming at you. Well, Ray, you know, that's my style. I was letting Ronald Doo do a bit of early work. I knew that was his style, and I knew that if I kept the pressure on Ronald Doo, couldn't sustain his work, and you know, I knew that I'd come back in the later rounds, which happened. What was said in your corner at the end of round 8? Well, they said, you've got to get out there. You've heard him a couple of times in the fight. Get out there and start bombing in that big right hand. And at the start of the round, I caught him with a couple of big right hands, and, well, I just followed up from there. Did you believe you were behind on points? Well, I knew I was behind. I didn't believe I knew I was behind on points. I knew that I had, you know, I probably was only a couple behind, and I knew I could make the ground up. So I went to work, and thank God for me that, you know, the best happened. Does this victory wipe away some of the disappointment of losing to Rossi? Well, it does. You know, the Gianfranco Rossi fight was a very, very disappointing fight for me. I knew I fought badly, and but I still haven't watched the video of that. Now that I've got myself back on the winning track, mate, I'll probably be able to face it and sit down and have a good look and study what I did wrong. All right, Troy, congratulations. A fantastic comeback. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, Sess. Well, there we are from the Stardust room at the Seagulls.